have you ever wanted something so bad that you kind of started to see it? In other words, if you love pizza, you love cheese pizza, and you're passing by, is that a pizzeria? Oh no, it's a bookstore. But you just want pizzeria, so you start to see things that aren't really there because you're so hungry and you really want that pizza. Well, think about this. If you were in the group of disciples who really wanted Jesus to be alive, don't you think it's possible, even reasonable, that they might imagine seeing Jesus even when he wasn't there? The power of their desire would take over. I'll give you an example of this, right? Mary's in the garden tomb. And she sees a gardener. Oh no, it's Jesus. No, Mary, it's a gardener, okay? You just want it to be Jesus, so you've imagined this. Couldn't that explain the accounts we see in the resurrection accounts? People who so desperately wanted Jesus to be alive that they imagined this. And there's more of these. Hey, there's a couple places in Scripture where it says that Peter had a single sighting of Jesus. I think Peter felt bad. I think Peter wanted Jesus to be alive. Maybe he imagined it. There's a sighting in I think it's described in 1 Corinthians 15 of James, the brother of John, seeing Jesus. Well, James probably wanted it to be true. There's another sighting, though, that seems more confusing, right? Because there's a guy named Saul who was on the road to Damascus, and he's the only one who sees this vision of Jesus. Do you think that Saul wanted, later known as Paul, wanted Jesus to be alive? Is he imagining it because he wants it to be? I don't think so. So it starts to get it gets worse. Then we have accounts where you got more than one person seeing the risen Christ and describing it for years afterwards, like the people on the road to Emmaus. Oh, really? So two people both imagine Jesus? Look, if I had a dream last night and I told you I was driving down Mulholland Drive in a red Tesla, and you said to me, oh yeah, and it's got a beige rag top, right? I'm like, whoa, how did you know that? And the top was down, right? I'm like, well, how did you know that? And you could even describe the music I was listening to on the radio. How would you, look, if you could tell me the details of my dream, that would freak me out. Because we don't have group dreams. Those things we do in groups are called memories. But group dreams are out of the question. There's never been a single example anywhere in history of group dreams with that kind of precision and similarity. Yet we have two people on the road to Emmaus. We have 3 Marys at the tomb. We have the 7 disciples at the sea. We have the 10 disciples in the upper room. Thomas comes back. We have 11 disciples. On the mountaintop, we have at least 11, probably more. At the ascension of Jesus, Paul says there are 500 who saw the risen Christ on the same day. That's a group dream? They're group dreaming this? 500 people? Hey, is it possible? Anything's possible, but it's certainly not reasonable. And that's why as I was looking at this, I said, you know what? There's got to be a better explanation for these sightings. By the way, if any time in this they wanted to falsify this vision, this dream, they could simply run back to the tomb and see if there's a body in the tomb. Because if you're just imagining this, there should be a body in the tomb, but there wasn't. And that's how we know they didn't imagine this. They actually saw something with their own eyes. They reported it later. Peter said, I'm not making this stuff up. We just saw it with our own eyes because it actually happened. And that's how we know we can trust what the Gospels say about the resurrection.